Hey, boys and girls, it's Miss Cappadona. I'm going to be reading our book for this week, which you might remember was Stone Soup. Now, remember that when we read Stone Soup, we talked about paying attention to what the problem in the story was and paying attention to how the characters in the story were able to solve their problem. So as we're reading through this book today, we are going to pay close attention not just to the problem, to what the problem is, but also to the solution. That means how they solve the problem in their story, in this story. All right, so let's get started with Stone Soup. Before we start reading the book, can anyone remember what a stone is? What's another word for a stone? Yes, that's right. A stone is a rock. Just like a rock. Would you like to eat soup made out of rocks? That doesn't sound very delicious to me. I don't know about that. Let's read the story and find out a little bit more about this stone soup. So on the front cover, I'm noticing that there's this old man and this little girl. And here's a big bowl, or maybe it's a pot of water. And I see that the man threw a stone or a rock inside the pot, inside the bowl. So maybe this is the soup that he's making. Stone soup. It's a big bowl and he's throwing it in there. So this version of this folk tale has been retold by Heather Forrest and illustrated by Susan Gaber. Stone soup. There was once a comfortable little village nestled in the mountains. The people who lived there had more than enough to keep themselves content. Content means happy and comfortable. One day, two travelers came along. Their coats were tattered. Their hats were torn. Their dusty shoes had holes in the soles. Hungry and tired, one traveler said to the other, "Surely someone here can spare a bit of food." So here's the little comfortable, cozy village nestled in the mountains. And here are the two travelers with their old ripped up clothes. See how their coats are tattered? They knocked boldly on the door. It creaked open, and a woman asked, "What do you want?" "Please," said one of the travelers, "we are hungry. Do you care? Will you share? Do you have any food?" The woman squinted her eyes and tartly replied, "No." She quickly slammed the door shut. Here are the travelers in their old ripped up clothes. And here's the woman, and she's like, "No, I do not have food to share with you. Nope." That seems like a problem these travelers are having, doesn't it? "Please, we are hungry." That sounds like a problem. They're very hungry. And their idea to solve the problem was to ask for some help. But did that work? Did that solve their problem? It did not. That lady just slammed the door right in their face. The travelers walked a little farther down the road and knocked on another door. A young boy answered. His chocolate brown eyes were sweet. "Good day," he said shyly. "What do you want?" "Please," said one of the travelers, "we are hungry. Do you care? Will you share? Do you have any food? The boy replied, There's no food here, and closed the door. So they're still having their problem, right? They're still hungry. And it seems like it's kind of a problem. Nobody in the village seems to have any food either. That seems like that might be a problem too. I wonder how they're going to solve this problem. The travelers wandered wearily through the village. That means they're getting tired. They're kind of dragging their feet. Oh, we're so hungry and tired. We're weary. Knocking on every door. But everywhere they heard, I don't care. I won't share. There is no food. They sat to rest beside a well. One traveler sighed and clutched his empty belly. Oh. He said, If there is really no food in this elegant little village, then the people who live here are in greater need than we are. We should make them our magical soup. So the problem is that nobody has any food, right? The travelers are hungry. Nobody has any food. What did the travelers say they could do to fix the problem? Let me read it again. He said, If there is really no food in this little village, then the people who live here are in greater need than we are. So there's the problem. We should make them our magical soup. So what are they going to do? Yes, that's right. They're going to make some magic soup. What do you think they're going to put in the magic soup? Remember, the title of the book is Stone Soup. Remember from the front cover? Let's see if you're right. The two travelers climbed up on the edge of the well and shouted, We are master cooks! If anyone in this town has a big black pot, we will make the most delicious soup anyone ever tasted! Look, they're doing this so they can be heard far and wide, right? They're shouting, Hello! They're telling everybody. Do you think somebody is going to have a big black pot that they could use to make their magic soup? Yes! Look, there's someone. A door slowly opened. A round man emerged carrying a gigantic black pot. I love to eat, he said. Here's a pot. Let me see what two master cooks can do with it. Watch and see, said one traveler with glee. Look, that pot looks like a cauldron, doesn't it? Doesn't it look like the witch's pot from Room on the Broom, but bigger? Like a huge cauldron. It's a big, big pot. So said the traveler said, wait and see, said one traveler with glee. Glee is another word for happiness and excitement. So how are the travelers feeling? Yeah, they're getting excited. They're getting excited because why? Yeah, I think they think they're about to solve the problem by making a magic soup. Look at the picture on this page. What are they doing? They put the big pot on a fire, and it looks like that man is filling the pot with water, and the water is getting hot, and steam is rising up out of the pot. And look who's coming out to see what's going on. Look, people are peeking out their windows and coming on over. The travelers filled the pot with cold water and built a fire. Soon the flames licked the sides of the pot, and billows of steam rose into the air. Curious people began to gather. What is happening? The townspeople asked. We are making an unusual soup, said one of the travelers. It requires a special magical ingredient. I am certain we will find it in this town. I wonder what the special magical ingredient is going to be. What do you think the special magical ingredient in the soup, the ingredient that's going to solve the problem of nobody having enough to eat and everyone being, and the travelers being hungry? What is the magic ingredient? I want you I want you to record a video of you talking about what you think the magic ingredient is going to be and how it's going to solve the problem. Remember, the problem is that the travelers are hungry, but nobody has any food. Right? All right. So go ahead and record, and then you come back and watch part 2. All right, guys. I can't wait to watch your responses. Bye.